Hi everyone, my name is Dino and welcome to the EUniverse. EUMasters is heating up. 8 teams have fought their way through the groups and 3 matches separate them from European League of Legends history. For one last time we've asked the casters of each competing league to run us through the action. Let's see what they had to say.
We ended up in here with only one representative after a lot of ups and downs, more downs than ups actually, for EUpdate and Primeleague. And Spain could never imagine that our last hope would be a Murcian team. It is. And what a team. I feel sorry for Mumbai because after what UCAM did to Mako in groups, Italy must feel again their rage in quarterfinals. It is not fair for them actually. If we beat Italy's champion twice in groups, what are we going to do to their second seed? Eyes are already in semifinals where we expect to face KCORP in a new Spain versus France, and at this point I don't really think anything can really stop UCAM's boys to take the European crown, not even the French Galactic roster.
Vamos a ver ahora porque ya parece ser que quiere buscarización Didi, que está a punto de transformarse, de hecho lo va a hacer. Esto que puede ser bueno, fíjate la premura, todos para atrás. Está pegando Gallini líder de gratis. Esto que puede ser
Sí.
marcha muy debilitado. Cuidado con el hilo ruso, líder de problemas, líder que tiene que flashear. Esto va a ser muy bueno, Walk. Líder se queda stuneado. Doble kill para Vaca. Esto va a ser el registro, el marcador personal, y llega Plasma aquí con la entrada grandiosa. Bien, ahora sí que fallaba absolutamente todo. Ren que se queda vendida. El límite de sombras quiere colapsar sobre Urgo. Tiene un shutdown. Tiene mucho olor en su cabeza.
Bueno.
Esto que puede ser muy bueno. Que bien de nuevo Plasma con este nuevo cap. Tiene que gastar negativo infernal, pero no está impactando sobre nadie. Plasma que sobrevive, muy debilitado. Doble kill para Vaca.
Teleporta a la espalda, Gadget que tiene que utilizar el curar. Activa la definitiva. Drizzy llega también la nada certera. Esta puede ser buena para UCAM. El lock-up de Plasma que impacta sobre Sartorius, pero Drizzy está vendido. Llega el teleport también de Vaca desde la base. Desde la base, el midlaner de UCAM buscando ahora la cafada sobre el líder que se gira. Envite de sombras perfecto, pero lo acaban matando. Shutdown para Drizzy. Entra Sartorius y el cronómetro de Vaca es perfecto. El cocodrilo no se lleva la kill. Envite de sombras, UCAM que va a ganar otra pelea. Shutdown para...
Por Italia, ¿no? Yo creo que puede ser un poco lo mismo. Que el árbitro pide ya el punto final. A ver si cierra ya, a pesar de que los italianos quieren contestar. Ojito ahora, porque quiere intentar buscar el colapso. Eso sí, el stun ha sido sobre Plasma. Acaba salvando las que no son de todo malas. Hades que está intratable. Este chaval, ¿de dónde ha salido? La que va a ser para el checo. 2 kills muy positivas y espérate porque puede caer otra Rafita que se flasea. Espectacular con los cohetes, parece vale.
Ladies and gentlemen, Karen here again to talk about MKERS from PG Nationals. And why am I here again? Cause no one thought MKERS would make it out of play-ins, but they did so. No one thought MKERS would make it out of group stage to be among the best 8 teams of this EUMasters, but they did so. They keep evolving themselves and their playstyle fight after fight. Every enemy they face just gives them the chance to be a better team day by day as the tournament goes on. And now that BO1s are over and we are heading into quarterfinals with only BO3s and BO5s ahead of them, this just means that makers have more time to study their opponent and adapt and overcome more difficulties. So, when you're facing makers, expect the unexpected.
Sembra un ace ma non lo è. C'è il teletrasporto in base, quindi nonostante tutto, nonostante tutte le gufate che ho provato a tirare prima, gli anortosi stanno perdendo. Dominance adesso si trova tu per tu con Gubi, un singolo critico basta da batterlo. I Makers rientrano soltanto per fare piazza pulita, ace e vittoria.
Signore e signori, l'abbiamo detto, mai sottovalutare i Makers. E dopo un inizio traballante, l'Italia la porta a casa. Questo è l'1-1.
E guarda Brunes che viene cancellato dalla fase di resistenza con Swairo che subito cerca l'ingaggio. Toxic vuole trovare il rallentamento, sta per arrivare in forma mega, hanno cappato immediatamente la partita Axo. Arriva il tacco lo Shuriken, si lancia avanti Swairo, l'onda d'urto che viene taccata, arriva lo Gnar, sbattuto immediatamente al muro da Axo, quello della torre. Entra l'ingaggio Taxer, trova la torrimento e guarda Gubi ormai a full build, che cosa è in grado di fare? Questi sono i Makers in the making. Vuole cercare l'ingaggio sul fianco, arriva l'all-in, bella risposta da parte dei Big. Lick prende tempo con la sua suprema, Akari si lancia davanti, Karim KT passa in salute, ma non abbastanza, la Zonia regala qualche istante di vita a Swairo, subito utilizzato difensivamente lo scatto, e guarda che bel knock-up doppio da parte di Crick, ha preso un sacco di tempo, immobilizzato che lui, non hanno il DPS necessario, cade anche Renekton, e i Makers hanno il doppio.
Axer click sul fianco, cercano appunto di inserirsi.
Bellissima la Shockwave però per bloccare l'avanzata nemica, una ulti Sion che trova tanti bersagli, tanti danni. e qua i Makers purtroppo stanno cadendo una doppia uccisione per Pukistyle, ma anche per TP. Dwyer puntando verso la base, Doxy sta correndo al suo fianco, quel Nexus è esposto, ci sono i minion con il barone, non c'è nemmeno bisogno dei minion, i solo laner dei Makers chiudono i giochi.
We have come so far twice, now it's time to go even further, let's go Makers!
My new decor seems pretty good to prepare for the full LFL final, don't you think? KCORP and MISFITS Premier are on opposite side of the bracket, so that's what the whole France is hoping for. Both teams finished first in a very convincing speedrunning their group, so everyone knows that's a real possibility. On the side of KCORP, they will easily take out SUPPUP to advance to face UCAM and wash out Dishonor in an official France vs Spain once again. MISFITS Premier will have a tougher road. BTXL will need to be taken seriously because they prove that they can play well during mid-game, where MISFITS' biggest weakness is. They have to destroy the early game, as they usually did. For semi-finals, I expect Big to come out of top, and then may the best team win. That will be a banger, for sure. Just like every LFL match is the beginning of EUM.
Le jungling est vraiment lourdissime quand même depuis tout à l'heure. Attention, ça essaye de rusher sur Adam, c'est un flash-in, on va essayer de full follow-up. Derrière, mais Adam qui tient le coup, il a beaucoup de points de vie, il régénère, il y a Adam,
Derrière on a Saka qui va arriver, la shockwave, 3 personnes, on l'attendait depuis tout à l'heure et ça fait 4-0 pour la Carmine, mesdames et messieurs.
Yopa aussi, Yopa aussi.
Allez,
on n'aura pas la danse. Yopa qui est en train d'essayer de clean up. On a l'arrivée de Tolerant aussi, mais c'est compliqué. De l'autre côté, on a Mati et Targamas qui vont push le Nexus, mesdames et messieurs, et c'est fini.
Sur la Oriana, ce smite qui aurait pu être catastrophique.
La TP, oh là là, et il y a un ulti sur le Wukong. Donc il se peut qu'il se passe des choses. Est-ce qu'on est trop loin pour les G2 Arctic? C'est deep, mais on décide d'y aller directement avec le cyclone. Et on met un maximum de dégâts. Frescovi a complètement disparu de la surface de la faille.
Ils ont aucun respect. C'est grave. TP double flash-in, ils vont tuer l'Oriana, ils les forcent tous à reculer. Pendant ce temps-là, il y a Shatan qui fait les camps et regarde cette troll. Mais respecte-les. Jacques, il est en train, il est sur le kill. Il va le tuer. Il va prendre.
Il y a un dragon des océans qui bien sûr ne sera pas défendu. Alors en plus ça se passe comme ça. On dit ah mais non mais stop. Quand même le mid laner se fait soloter par le Sion. Le Culling qui a mis 10% HP au Sion. Le héros de la faille qui va faire sa première charge, une tour. Est-ce qu'on peut... Oh là là, l'ulti de Woolite. Et on a fini à la game en 16 minutes de jeu. En 16 minutes, on fait danser le héros de la faille à la 17e minute. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce turbo stomp?
Allez la France, allez la LFL, et j'espère que vous êtes chaud pour une finale 100% française entre MISFITS et KCORP, avec KCORP qui va gagner bien sûr. Let's go Blue Wall.
KCORP is on fire and MISFITS n'a pas peur. Allez la LFL.
They bloody did it. It has been since ClickTech in spring 2018 that the EBL managed to get out of groups, and now SUPPUP managed to repeat this feat. The core of this roster came close last spring with the exact same scoreline, going 3-3 in groups as well, but back then it wasn't enough. This time they made it out, leaving both G2 Arctic, who looked steps above the competition in the playing stage, and Ultraliga's first seed, defending EUMasters champion Ego Rogue, one of the pre-tournament favorites, behind. After the bracket draw, the extent of their underdog buff became clear. It's a real David versus Goliath situation, with the EBL hopeful facing off against a French monster that is KCORP. The French orc is the favorite to win it all, but they better pay respect to SUPPUP though, cause one best of 3 separates them from making EUMasters history, with the biggest upset to date trumping the legacy of their now infamous predecessors ClickTech. Now, building a blue wall is all fun and games, but this piggy flies, so you better contain it before they channel the faith of the Balkans and find a way to use even the smallest opening they can find. Just ask your little brother MISFITS how they lost their first game against this squad.
Actually just turning onto the Akali, although the Shuriken flip has landed and the fight looks to be breaking out already. BZZ has to jump away. Crest is very, very low. The shockwave is beautiful. 4 members caught out. The cannon barrage is just ripping for a go rogue. And members are dropping left, right, and center. Spooky gets himself a double kill. Another one is answered out. And down goes the Akali. BZZ is picked up on the tail end, but it's an ace.
It's already gone. They're not even good, but double TP coming in from SUPPUP. They want the flank.
Final moment here for SSU as they go in. Mercer looking for the encore across the team. So only going to hit one though. As Clowny gets onto the backline, Surges goes down. Whoa, chased over the wall by 2 hours. That was beautiful. Now into the fray once more. It's 3v3 right now. BZZ in 2 hours have to carry the fight. Schlatter goes in. BZZ hammering away. 2 hours picks up the kill. Aggressivo now exhausted. Jack Troll low on HP as 2 hours has the Zonias to work with. BZZ blowing up the croc here as he's desperate to get a win. The bull, he's looking for the full flank. He's going the whole way around the pit. Mercer low on HP. They're just going to try and burn the dragon down. Clowny's off on the backside. It's not quite Mega Nard just yet. Actually has a stopwatch. Here we go with the spine fight. It's Spooky to get it. This is the moment for SSU. This is the moment to turn it all on its head.
There's an ace, they can end.
For a lot of NLC fans, BTXL had held high expectations coming into the European Masters and been placed in the group of death didn't really cause too much concern because this was a roster that was strictly built to win. However, week 1 was incredibly disappointing, going 1 and 2 in the group, only winning versus Greenville Betis. And coming into the second week, there was definitely concerns that this team weren't up to the task and weren't going to make it out of the group at all. But after opening on a 27-minute win versus Schalke, a team that had previously beat them in the first week, and then quickly followed by a very dominant win versus BTS for their second win versus them, securing themselves a spot out in the group stages, there was definitely a bit of confidence renewed into BTXL. Now that they're out of the groups and into the playoffs, they're playing versus the LFL second seed, MISFITS Premier. Can they beat MISFITS? Of course they can. MISFITS Premier are the only team who made it first out of their group in the European Masters, but dropped a game. Everyone else went 6-0, so MISFITS Premier definitely the weakest of the teams who've come first out of their groups. Also, they had an easy group, let's be real. XL had the hard group, and you know, versus KCORP, the first seed from the LFL, sure, they lost those games, but I wouldn't say they strictly looked lost in those games. They still challenged them. The game still eventually snowballed to a point where it was a little bit out of control, but they were just giving them a chance. You know, they don't want to upset the KC fans yet. So XL, honestly, if they don't make top 4, anything less than that is a failure in my eyes, and I'm sure the team will agree on you with that one. So, or me on that one. So let's be real, XL gonna make it. Let's go XL.
Now KCORP is setting up around Shelly and Xmati. He's been chased, the flash.
I mean, Deadly, you said the 1v1 potential pretty high right now. There's a lot of damage coming through as the wave forces him to the side. And now Tarka missed the attack. I mean, Deadly does not care. Look at this madman. One more basic attack. Chase him down with the final hour. You've got this. Deadly picks up the kill.
It did get the charge off as the paranoia's going to get thrown down. That's the stopwatch being used. Deadly's not in the fight though, as they're going to get the fear off before they can get through the portal. Rome dodges out on the queue. The second charge comes in from the rift out of Rome. Gobbled up by Avian and spat back out as the shockwave lands onto 2. As here comes Deadly, gets himself a kill onto Minijuke, and LeBron is in the middle of all of XL, while Rome is in the middle of multiple members of BTS as Whiten is going so low. Rubio finds the kill. Deadly flashes forward and gets
Marku looking for the engage. Minijuke has to force his stopwatch already. They dive into the backline. They're trying to get the damage of Dynamics, but it's not there. The shutdown onto Deadly. They slam the bear, but it's not enough. It's up to Arome. He's popping. He's popping with the triple. He's popping with the quadra. Come on, man. Get the penta onto Rubio. The flash is there. The leg sweep goes, but Arome should pick this up. Pentakill for my man in the top lane. He bloody deserves it, Rubio. You better give it to him as the hook shot comes over. Pentakill for Arome.
Destiny is around as well, so they're going to go straight in on top of this. TB on the backside, though, as the Onslaught of Shadows just keep everyone away. The exhaust is down as well onto top of Nuclear. Int now upset of Deadly, and he gets sniped down, shot through the heart, and he goes straight off onto the backside of this fight. The Akali takes down the Twisted Fate. A triple kill out of nowhere here for Hatrix. Is Akali as well and truly online, and a fight that Schalke felt they were at peace to take goes completely wrong. 4 kills, BTXL.
Almost jinxed it.
Yeah, Lifeform disintegration rate burnt though. That is a relatively solid cooldown, and Marku knows it. Deadly just does not care. He's into the backline. Minijuke taken low, and Minijuke will drop to Arome. Another double kill for him, as he should be able to blow up the Varus, claim a triple. How many multi-kills has this guy got this game? Arome, you absolute beast. LeBron is trying his best, but I don't think he's going to get the 1v4 here, especially as the Blue Cane. Buying time, nonetheless, but XL will get the ace, and that should be the game for XL, and that should be the quarterfinals secured for this team.
You know what they say, save the best for the last. We have Big versus Mouse, a team that has been unbeaten during the whole group phase and went 6-0 versus the record-holding team from the Primeleague with a total of 7 titles. This match for sure is absolute hype. After all, Mouse is looking for revenge. Last time, when they met in the Primeleague finals, Big had just way much better answers in their solo lanes and was overall better prepared. They had a better game plan, but since then there's a long time ago. Right now, for Big, they struggle in the early game. So if Mouse wants to have a say on how this matchup has to go, or the series has to go, they have to come prepared for the early game. They have to make sure that PrideStalker gets ahead. So Mouse has been struggling during the group phase for the first half, and then after they managed to come back, only making it out of groups by winning versus MCK in the tiebreaker. Big has a similar identity like Mouse. There's a big difference. They can be really flexible with deciding if they have their strong side on top side, on SLT, or vice versa, if they want to have Kidui and Seas on the strong side. So either way, Big win their games.
Also wir können jetzt hier wahrscheinlich gleich für einen weiteren Kick schauen.
Er teleportiert raus, Reaction platzt der instant raus. Kari muss auch raus, Schlaflied wird eingesetzt, aber schau dir dieses TT-Chill an Rika. Rika mit dem Double, Rika im Sonja, Smart Stuff. Der vergoldet sich nochmal, aber der Fight ist nicht mehr zu gewinnen. Der nächste Kill auch nochmal für die Sin. Das ist ein glattes Ace, Mositing. Ein glattes Ace zu 0. Und sie haben eine Wave, die gehen nicht für Nash, die gehen für den Finish.
Das ist das Game.
Kommt von unten, Teleport allerdings schneidet hier den Weg, aber man geht rein. Dominant schon so gut wie down, kann mit seiner Ultimate natürlich einiges verändern. Jetzt das Gragas war's. Karim allein kann die Ult aber defensiv einsetzen. CSG3 mit der Ultimate. Starkes Ding. Da ist der Damage von Tristana. Und da ist auch direkt der gewonnene Teamfight. Vodum kann gegenhalten. Holt hier sogar nochmal den Kill. Löst seine Ult aus, aber überlebt das Ganze nicht. Und Dominant der Einzige, der hier von seinem Team noch am Start ist, der gerade so fliehen kann. Java hat dafür beides, haben wir das jetzt tatsächlich investiert. Leader, der will jetzt hier im 1v2-Spiel, kriegt jetzt Unterstützung von PrideStalker und das reicht. Der dritte Kill für Leader. Springt noch mehr raus, Schaden hat schon reicht. Steenboss, der muss flashen, aber kommt der da raus? Nein, ist die Antwort im 2 gegen 3. Und hier kommt Nocturne. Die wollen den Tower Dive haben, bekommen den Double Kill für PrideStalker. 5:0 statt für MOUSESPORTS.
Den Drake zu contesten. Ich glaube, ihre beste Option wäre gewesen, direkt den Drake zu contesten. Aber ja, Richtung Drake, dass sie den dritten Drake nicht auch noch verlieren. Schön Sleep gegen Sleep getradet.
Leader. Der Knockup. Der Knockup ist ein Spiel verderbar. Oh mein Gott, Leader. Das ist Silas, der stellt 5:0 im 1 gegen 3. Nimmt er fast 2 Leute mit. Am Ende einen im Solo-Kill und dann der Follow-up nochmal von Sartorius. Nochmal drauf, Sartorius flasht bei den Wind, versucht nochmal rauszukommen. Jetzt geht man in die Ultimate. Enjava ist da, Teleport. Der Schatten hat schon wieder auf 2 Leuten. Das wird hier der Fight sein. Sie haben immer noch den Baron. Können hier vielleicht einmal ein ganz, ganz schnelles Game machen. 3:1 straight. Sie haben nur Enjava, den Supporter, verloren. Zebex, der versucht nochmal irgendwie davon zu kommen. Aber jetzt kommt der Re-Engage von Leader, von PrideStalker. Und sie nehmen auch das Krokodil vermutlich nochmal mit auf. Wenn Leader jetzt ein Shutter. Oh nee! Und jetzt muss jemand tanken. Ja, PrideStalker ist good guy. Und damit ist es das Ace. Enjava.
So my final advice to Mouse. Don't forget to bring some cheese for the mice. It has been a pleasure from my side. Mousy Ting out.